Hey everyone, this is Mike from Han Cycles. Today's video is going to be about my process for photographing and listing on eBay, as well as some little bit of photo editing. So I do this as a hobby, and I don't have anything fancy as far as like fancy lights or anything like that. So I sort of rely on natural daylight as I find that it provides the best light for photographing. I've tried doing it at night with like these clip-on lights and different types of light bulbs, but just couldn't get the quality of photos that I wanted. If you check out my eBay site, my store, I have some really bad photos from earlier in the year when I first started. But anyways, let's jump into this. I have a between this sort of hallway here, I have a pull-up bar. Just kind of stretched it out. It wouldn't actually stretch out for the full length, so I had to put a book here. So anyways, sort of rigging it here. And then I just got a regular bed sheet and stretched it across here to provide a white background for taking pictures of the clothes. So that's how I do that. And then I purchased this really inexpensive half mannequin here on eBay. I think it was like $12 to $15, and that included shipping. As you can see, it's hollow in the back. So this just hangs on the pull-up bar in front of the white sheet and provides a nice white background. So let me show you how I go about this. I have this shirt that I want to list on eBay. It's a nice Bugatti Uomo, and I go ahead and just put it on the mannequin like so. Kind of just straighten it out a little bit, and you'll notice because of the half mannequin, it sort of hangs like spread out on the bottom. So what I like to do is I get a inexpensive plastic clamp like this, and I reach around the back and I just gather some of the material and clamp the material just so the shirt gets a more natural sort of look. I might take some of it out a little bit, but let me show you the back. See, I just sort of gather it like that, just so it compensates for the empty back, and so it just gives it more of a natural worn look. So a lot of the times these designer shirts have these fancy flip cuffs. So usually what I'll do is I'll flip one of the cuffs and then sort of grab a pin and pin it in place. Just to sort of show off the fancy cuff. Something like this. Sometimes I just get real into this and do it like that. So next step I do is I will open up the blinds to get the optimum amount of light on the shirt. As you can see, I have two windows. One over here, one over here, and basically I just want to get as much light as I can on the shirt, and I'll even sort of step to the side and I'll try to fill in as much of the picture as I can. So as you do one from back here, get a little bit closer, show off the cuff and the pattern on the shirt. In this case, it's got some really nice blue stripes. I'll try to get like near the collar. Then from there, I'll take the shirt down. Let's get the pin out of there. Take it down, remove the clip, Get the shirt off the mannequin. Alright, I didn't realize this is going to be so hard to do one-handed. Alright, so that's done. And a lot of times what I will do is get this back on the tripod. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll fold the shirt nice and straight. I never took that pin out. That's really going to make somebody mad if they buy the shirt and get poked by a pin. Don't want to get sued. Alright, so let's get this thing folded. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I buy some, really nice clothes at the Goodwill, I find some really good finds. Sometimes I want to keep it. This is one of those shirts where I sort of want to keep it, but I'll just use it for demonstration purposes. We'll see. I might get over it. Alright. So I usually try to fold the shirt nicely. I'm sort of doing it quick for time's sake. And you know what? There was a nice little Bugatti seal on the bottom, sort of like a stitched logo that I might want to get a picture of too. So I usually try to get a picture of the shirt folded. It just looks a little neater. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get right now. So let me take you along with me. Alright. So sometimes I get real crazy about getting the background wrinkle free. It's kind of hard to, but we'll do our best. Alright, so I do this from back here. Oops, probably didn't wait long enough. Alright, I try to get the tag. And inside here there's the size tag. Sometimes I try to get that too. Alright, so got our pictures. Then what I do is I spread out the shirt. Lay it flat. Get my handy cloth measuring tape. Sort of just like pull on the armpits a little bit. And then I take a measurement from pit to pit. And it looks like that's going to be about 25 inches. So this runs large, but it seems like it's an extra large. So I'll probably note that in the listing. But anyways, I just write it down on a notepad. I write down the pit to pit measurement, 25 inches. And then length, I go from the base of the collar, right here, which is the top of the shoulder, down to the bottom of the shirt, and that's 30 inches. So for some reason I put 30.5, but that's 30 inches. And then the last measurement I take is the length of the sleeve from the seam of the shoulder down to the bottom of the sleeve, and that looks like that's 25.5 inches. So for some reason I put 26 before, but it is 25.5. And in the notes of the description I'll put measurements are approximate, and then I'll put like the country of origin, and then I'll look on the inside of the shirt for the material that the shirt's made out of. Looks like this shirt is 100% cotton. So I'll just put a note, 100% cotton, like that. And then I'll usually have a whole bunch of these shirts. As you can see, I have some folded shirts over there that I've gone through. But I'll just go ahead and photograph them one after the other, and then have a whole list of the name of the shirt, the size, the material, the country of origin, and all those measurements that I took. And then from there, I'll fold the shirt again. Seems like I'm folding and unfolding the shirt a lot. And I'll just store it that way, folded. I actually have some in my closet, my personal closet. I only use half of it, but the other half I use for eBay shirts. And I'm out of space now, so I've resorted to folding the shirts and then storing them like in a plastic accidentally bin. Hit the zoom, so it was waiting to I was waiting for it to focus. Anyways, so I just sort of store these in a plastic bin, usually by shirt type: long sleeve, short sleeve, polo, t-shirt, that type of thing. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Hey guys, here's part 2. So what I've done is I've connected my cable from my Samsung Galaxy cell phone to my computer, and I basically went into the memory and copied all those pictures of the shirt, of the Bugatti Omo shirt, into a folder that I have for all my eBay items. I sort of break them down into different subfolders: shoes, shirts, purses, etc. And then what I did is I went into here and I edited each photo, cropped it, using the crop tool of this Microsoft Photo Gallery. Let's see here. And I've already pretty much cropped them beforehand, but you can kind of play with that, crop them. You can auto adjust the colors, or you can go in here and just adjust the exposure, the brightness if you want to brighten things up a little bit like that, contrast, shadows, highlights, that type of thing. You can go photo by photo and kind of play with that, because we all know that the camera can only portray the actual colors as good as you can see on the screen. So have a few close-ups. Got the label, got the size. That one looks a little blurry, so I'm going to go ahead and discard that one. This one shows off the cuffs close-up. Here's an overall of the cuffs. Let me crop that a little bit more. Alright, another close-up of the cuff. And that one turned out really nice. I kind of played with the brightness and the exposure on that. That one's so-so, okay. There's the label, and that was it for as far as the Bugatti photos. So let's go to the eBay page. I actually started filling this in, the selling page for creating your listing. Let's see, I typed in Bugatti Omo men's designer shirt, striped, flip cuffs, size large, pre-owned. I have a Word document that I have a lot of commonly used words, like very good condition with no rips, tears, or stains. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and add the photos real quick. I think I have 11 photos. I think the maximum is 12, so I'll go ahead and grab these, upload them, and then once they're uploaded, you can reorder them in the order that you want buyers to scroll through and see. So let's see. While that's doing that, I'll just kind of scroll through and show you what I've selected. You can select the brand from the drop-down list. Size type is regular. There's also big and tall available. I put large, and then classic fit. Usually it'll say slim fit or regular if it's anything other than classic fit. Color, sometimes people put blue since it's multiple shades of blue, but I just put multicolor because let's see here. You can kind of see, you know, in the photos that it's blue, shades of blue stripes. And then collar is button down. Material is 100% cotton. Pattern, this is where I just put striped. It's a standard cuff, not the long French cuffs that you use the cufflinks with. China, long sleeve. And then I usually put, like, you know, if it's a Bugatti Uomo, I say really nice men's designer, designer what? Designer shirt with the quality and features you'd expect from Bugatti Uomo. Really nice blue stripe pattern with flip cuffs. And then here's some of the verbiage that I keep and reuse over and over, so I don't have to type a lot. And then I say measurements are approximately, so nobody says, oh well, when I got it was 25.25 inches. You know, I say approximately, so it's like plus or minus. And then I usually put in a thanks for looking and contact me with any questions type of thing. And then shirts like this usually go for around $39.95. Sometimes I'll take an offer. In that case, I put allow buyers to send me their best offers. Quantity 1. Let's see here. And then I usually send them first class because shirts usually are less than 13 ounces. So first class, you know, saves the buyer. And then, you know, if they want it faster, then I'll say, hey, you know, you have to pay a little bit more, that type of thing. And then the package is usually a poly mailer. It's 13 by 11. And then, let's see, 1 pound or less. I usually put 13 ounces. I think that's the threshold for first class. And then I offer a return, 30-day money back, but there is a restocking fee. Based on the reason for the buyer returning it. I don't get that many returns, but you know, they do happen once in a while. And then I'll usually save that as a draft for later, and then I'll usually use this as a template for shirts just like this going forward, so I can go ahead and list them quickly. Let's go back to our photo uploader and then hit finish, and then it uploads the photos. And then as you can see, you can go ahead, and I really like this photo right here, so I want to put this like close to the front of the pack here. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably pick a photo that has shows the flip cuff, maybe this one. You know, it's all up to your discretion. And then I will go ahead and scroll to the bottom. Let me go ahead and list this one, and then I'll show you what you can do as far as using it as a template. Alright, oh, looks like I have something I have to fix on this listing. First class, no, I see, it says flat, same cost to all buyers. I'll pick calculated shipping. I don't know why, sometimes it flips to a different setting that I didn't have before. So continue. And then list your item. Alright, so it's listed. So what I'll do is I will sell a similar item, and then that'll save all those settings that I put in for this shirt, so I can use those settings and just tweak a few things like the title and maybe the size and that type of thing to save a bunch of time. And then it'll bring up a new listing. Here we go. Has all the same settings. I'll just delete all these photos and then upload some new photos and tweak everything accordingly, and it just saves a lot of time. So anyways guys, that is my process in a nutshell. Hopefully you've learned from this video. If you have, please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more similar content. But anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and we'll see you next time. Alright, bye bye.